Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I have quite a few vowels to work through here. Looking to see if I have a 7. I don't appear to have one. And if my A was an E, I would have peewees, but not to be this time. So what else can I see with any 8s with this rack? Probably not. I have pew here. No, 2 vowel heavy. Anything through the O for a decent score. Unlikely to reach both double word squares. So what to do here? I could just play we. No great plays I'm seeing, so a pretty decent rack leave, combines well with the D, we, and I have the A front hook for we as well as the S, so I'll go with this we for 16. That's a pretty good pickup. I have Eperas and Aperies with the blank as an R. Looking at a 4-timer possibility. Heart, I think, takes an S. Do I have any P-E-S words? Paisani, no, APS words, really need the S in the 3rd spot there, so not quite disappear. That would be an 8. Passerie. Pastia. No, not seeing it. So, what are my options here? I have Eperas and Aperies here would score quite well. Pretty volatile, but 85's a good score, so I'm going with this. I don't draw well. I triplicate the ends, which is unideal to say the least. Looking at a possible play through the E, like 10th or something. 9th through an I. This spot will probably be taken. That'll sort the rack out perfectly. But I doubt whether that'll be available. Yeah, didn't think so. Pinner. NTH, not a terrible rack leave, not as good as REN, but Henna I think is good. Henner. TN is not awful either. Henner for 18. I draw a couple of I's. Not a bad rack all in all. I have the anti prefix. Anti. Anti-bill, anti-bile, anti-lib. No, not seeing an anti-word. How about a word ending in IANT, like vigilant or something like that? I have alibi and bialy on my rack, but do I have a 7? I have the tail component of a word. Bin tail, no good. And tail bin certainly doesn't ring a bell either. Does the T assist? Not that I can see. So how to resolve the rack? I guess I have lib. I have blitz. Yeah, that's quite nice. Sorts the rack out to an extent and scores well. Blitz for 32. Vowel heavy. Does not look like a bingo will emerge from this rack unless there is a suitable floater for a 5-vowel 8. And I have studied most of the 5-vowel 8s. Naivety through that one, but then an extra I. Venetian, not quite. I have the anti prefix again, but just too many I's and E's, I think. Viennetta, no. I mean, I have the IVE ending. It's not far off, actually, from what appears to be a bingo with the T. The T really looks like it assists this rack, but whether or not there is actually a playable bingo is another question. Invetii, no, not seeing it. Now, do I have a 6-letter played down from the T? Something like avine, avan, in, not seeing it. That would be a really nice score with the V. AVN, Neve. My N does play underneath QI, so a play of vein mightn't be such a bad move. Terrible rack leave, but 34 points hard to turn down, even though it does create a hot spot for the S. Anything better on offer? Can I get rid of another vowel by any chance? And do I play vein just to keep an A instead of duplicate E? Yeah, I'm going with vein for 34. Okay, that's a fairly kind pickup. I do draw some scoring tiles, which is a relief. So I won't be requiring a change on my next play. Jam and Mad looks quite decent. Oh, I did start typing, but my opponent played and my... Yeah, that looks alright actually. Jamie, James, no. Jam for 40 is going to be a hard one to beat. Just looking at possible plays down from the T. I'm going with jam for 40. Looks like I typed it in the chat. That often happens. If you don't click the square on the board properly and you start typing your word, it puts it in the chat bar. Okay, opponent looks like they're struggling a little bit with undesirable tiles. Looking at possibilities for getting in on some triple word score action. Ute, pretty poor, sorts the rack out to an extent, gets rid of the U and one of the E's, takes out a hot spot, although it's not particularly hot. Vug does take a Y, and that could be a fairly big score if opponent was attempting a sneaky setup there. Can I do any better than Ute? I'm going with Ute. Okay, that's not a great rack. Do I change, just keep CE and hope to get the bingo the next turn, or do I struggle through this rack? Weiss is good, W-I-C-E. That's certainly not going to play it there because of the hotspot created. Twice, is that any good? 16's got to be better than changing, even though the UI is a negative equity rack leave, even with the blank. Well, might be about 0 or just positive. But yeah, failing twice, I probably will, if I don't get, I think I'll go with twice. Opponent hasn't provided anything better, and twice for 16. Okay, this is a pretty decent rack. Just looking at what this rack might make with through an E. I have the out. I could just play WUD if I can't see a bingo. My time is pretty low, so I don't want to waste time looking for bingos, even though there might well be one here. Triduan, litter, Lundgren, maybe with an O, or an A. Triduan, no, there's got to be something with that A. Out, dature. I can't see it. I just can't see it. And I don't have time. I have the 40th, yeah, through the E, 40th, or hopefully that remains available, because it looks like I need a vowel to assist this rack, although there might well be a bingo in that rack already. Looks like it would start with an F logically, although there might be a compound word. Almost trifold. 40th. I'm going with 40th. And that's a pretty decent pickup. Sinuates, no, not quite. Anurins through an R. I'm pretty low on time, so anything with a D, U-N, uni words, no. Anurins, don't think an R is suddenly going to become available. Indunas, maybe just Indunas to expedite the end of the game. I've got a slight lead, but it won't count for much. Is there a 7 here? Do I just play off UN, NU something? Is that crazy? I mean, it's 19 points with a really solid rack leave, combining well with the D or underlapping the F. I think this is worth considering. NU, or do I just go for score, something like ES, U something ES. Noon's no good, Nunes, that's no good. So close. Maybe just ES for score, 33, and just keep piling on the pressure. Not particularly bingo-y. I'm going to take this spot out, and I draw another S, so I've got a bingo lead now. Anurins, that's through an E. So close on both occasions. Unarisen through the E, that's not going to work. Does that E assist? Ugh takes an S. Scenarios. Oh, no, I've got 2 N's, not 2 S's. Enurias? No, I've got to think about what to do, how to close this. Signoras, okay. Omar's, Farah is good, and what are the 81? So he's got a bit of a lead, and he's going to score well with his next rack. So this is a bit of a shame. It looks like I can only say Nas. I don't think Nasi isn't good. Far is no good. Why was I thinking far? 40ths and ruins and Ranis. 30. NU here would score quite nicely, but opponent's almost certainly going to go there. KY. Do I have Omar? Yeah, I think this is opponent's game. I can't see him scoring less than 30. And yeah, he's probably going to get rid of CK and Y, Keiki or something like that. UN, I have to identify. I've got 44 seconds. UN, I just can't see a decent, apart from Exxon and OU, there are no decent scoring spots for UN that I can see. This is, yeah. Wow, what a close game. Gun and Lian, that's only 8. That's not going to be enough. Omar. I wonder if I could have scored more than 30. Probably not. UN here is again 8. Are there any fancy plays that I have overlooked? Opponent's got plenty of time. He's probably looking at the score differential once he plays his move. Signoran, no. Nug, that's also 8. Seems like 8 is the go, apart from Exxon and NU. But he'll probably identify that. 19. Yeah, I'd say a play of KY there wins for him. Because even the count back won't be enough, because 8 points, it's just not enough to bridge the gap of a 40-point play. Or close to 40, it'll be about 36, I think. Yeah, just not seeing. NU. Naui? Nope. There's just no spots for the UN. That's 9. 1 extra point. Still not enough, I'd say. New and Signora. So, but I'll have a look at what opponent does, because maybe he'll create an opening by putting down his play. But I'm imagining KY here. He's down to his last few seconds now, so he won't want to overrun the clock. I've got a 12-point lead. It might be pretty close. But, Yak for 34. Oh, I think Exxon and NU wins at 19. Yeah, I think this wins it. Nu for 19. I'm surprised he didn't take that out. Wow, what a close game. Very tight at the end there. Just wondering what... Yeah, I'll do the math later, but I don't have the analyzer on ISC, so I can't see what the best play would have been, but KY would have been 34, 35, but then he's got the A left on his rack, but then I only get 9, and he's got the C left as well. I think even KY would have been... wouldn't have been enough if I got 9 and then the count back. Wow, would have been close. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.